Thank you for joining us in this special morning. For those of you who are joining us online, so if you have any question, feel free to address them directly to us at iaa@citytransformer.com. We will divide this press conference for two sections. For those of you who need to jump on for another booth, so it will be 15 minutes in order to be able to say goodbye. For the rest of you, I urge you to approach any of our executive and Benno and Katarina from our PR team in order to get exclusive access to media. Now, this is today in Israel, and I know that lots of Israelis join us. It's our New Year. So Happy New Year's for our families and for every Israelis. Shana Tova, Chag Sameach, אנחנו אוהבים ומתגעגעים. Now, before we will start and reveal the future of urban mobility, I want to thank, this is exciting time, to thank our team to congratulate you for the amazing work you have done, and of course, my colleague and partner, Professor Yohan Tom Fordet, that you might know him as the father of the smart Daimler City car, but he is much more than that, and later on he will stay and elaborate and dive into details for the local people in Germany. He is our strategic advisor, executive, and also a partner, and he joined us right from the beginning. So now, before we will reveal the future of urban mobility, I want to share with you a very important paradox. Here is the thing. Our model of urban transportation is broken. We buy and drive a 1.5, 2-ton, 5-seater vehicle that can accelerate from 0 to 100 in less than 5 seconds and can drive 600 kilometers, while 85% of the time, 85%, you will use it to commute in the city and up to 24 kilometers. Now, take a look among you. Most likely that 4 out of 5 of you commute in a 5-seater car by their own in the city. Surprise? Well, it's getting worse. Even though the electrification area is upon us, we read and hear more and more announcements, even here at the IAA, about big, heavy, fully equipped, very powerful 5-seater electric vehicles, while 90% of the time there will be just one person in it. It's you. It's the driver. This is not normal. This is absurd. Today's cars are irrelevant for today's cities. Now let's talk a little bit about the shared mobility revolution. Of course, you have the e-scooters. They are sustainable, and if you compare them to city cars, they are much more flexible and maneuverable in the city. But at the end, it's still a wet or sweat risky option. And if you decide to use it, you have 18 times more chances for serious or fatal injuries. This is why, upon other many reasons, people don't or won't use it to commute in cities. Now take a minute to imagine. What if you had the chance to drive like a car, safe and convenient, arrive and park and outsmart traffic like a motorcycle? What if you had the option to combine the advantages of a car with a motorcycle without their disadvantage? Cities are made for people, not for cars. I would like to introduce you the City Transformer. Oh, just a second. Before that, wow. Wow. This is the future of urban transportation. The first ever fully electric folded vehicle that can adjust, that can adjust its dimensions and the riding experience per the driver needs, per your needs, in order to adjust in real time to the complex situation of the urban transportation daily situation. So now I want to introduce you my partner, Udi.
Thank you very much, Asaf. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Udi Meridor, Chief Operating Officer and Strategy at City Transformer. City Transformer was designed by city dwellers to meet the needs of city dwellers. City Transformer own a unique riding experience, a riding experience without compromising on main important thing. One of them is superior maneuverability capability inside cities. The second one is parking superpower. Third and important one is low maintenance cost and low total cost of ownership. And the fourth and far more important is to be the safest vehicle in its category. Now, before we'll dive into details and see some kind of movies, I would like to explain a little bit about our secret magic. So the magic is called AWA, Active Width Adjustment. This unique system and mechanisms allow the City Transformer to coexist in two different states. One of them is the folded state, as you see it over here in this vehicle. The second one, which is the unfolded state, will be in the vehicle over there, and Asaf, my partner, will reveal it a little bit later. Now, these active width adjustment systems allow the City Transformer to breathe with you inside cities, providing you with the flexibility, both to and agility inside cities, both for traffic and for outsmarting parking. So the City Transformer actually has two different characters, as we stated, the folded and unfolded. We call it the performance mode and the city mode. Let's start with the performance. Performance mode, as you see it over here, when you are driving City Transformer, the default inside and in between cities will be in the performance mode. Now, when we state performance, we don't look for 2 seconds from 0 to 100 acceleration. It doesn't matter for us. It doesn't matter for city dwellers, actually, to anyone, which is a dweller. What's really important inside city is to provide what we provide with a 1.4 width chassis that can have the stability and maneuverability inside cities. It also creates cushions from the side in case of side impact. Both of stability and safety provide us with the confidence to drive up to 90 kilometers per hour, although these speeds are usually exceeding the speeds that are coexisting inside city, because the average speed inside cities is usually 17 kilometers per hour. Now, when we are continuing this drive and we are approaching the city center, whether we'd like to park, whether we are outsmarting traffic, or just want to double park for a minute without interrupting the traffic, the City Transformer folds. It folds to its city mode, which is only 1 meter width. 1 meter, ladies and gentlemen, that's the width of a large motorcycle. This allows the City Transformer, as we call it the city mode, to park up to 4 City Transformer in a single parking place. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much impressive. Now, it's not only that. The doors were designed in order to minimize footprints, so you can easily park it anywhere. There are 2 doors from both sides, of course, so the driver and the passenger can get out and in easily from the 2 sides of the vehicle. And eventually, we have the chassis, which breathes with you, but the cabin stays fixed. And when the cabin stays fixed, you get the extra safety. Now, regarding range, we have a range of 180 kilometers, which is much more than is really needed for cities, but just to be on the safe side and also for sharing solution. We can charge the battery in a fast charger, up to 80% of the battery in 30 minutes. We can also do it in a home regular socket. Asaf.
Thank you, Udi. Enough talking. Let's see this magic in action. Let's see the future of urban transportation. Don't blink. Enjoy. Look at the active width adjustment. Wow, it was joyful to see your faces. You will have more chances right afterward to see more video and photos. But you know, when something like 98% of the industry are producing cars that fit for just 15% of the time, we truly feel like the Robin Hood of urban transportation. And let's see the impact that the transformer, the city transformer, will do on us and on the city we live in. 10 times more. Our parking superpower capabilities will enable you to have 10 times more chances to find parking in any city street, in your street. And that's prior to the ability to park it in a motorcycle footprint, in a motorcycle parking spot. 75%. The ability to shape-shift its dimension to 1 meter and a total footprint of a motorcycle saves 75% of parking. Now imagine 100 city transformer replacing 100 city cars and occupying just 25 parking spots instead of 100. The huge impact for the good that it will do on residential building, on commercial centers, and on the city we live in. More and more green zones instead of parking zones. And you, as the user, will have an extra hour a day to do whatever you like. Now, please welcome Anat.
Hi, my name is Anat, and I'm the Vice President for Business Development at City Transformer. Before joining City Transformer, I was the chairwoman and director of the Smart Mobility Initiative in Israel's Prime Minister's office, which actually means that I've seen tons of innovation in the auto tech industry in smart mobility. And yes, there's lots of innovation, but there's City Transformer. And it's only the name, it's a City Transformer. And I want to tell you what huge impact this vehicle, this beauty, can have on cities. Let's talk sustainability. So yes, there's a lot of electric vehicles, and you'll see them out there in the IAA in the next few days. But not all electric vehicles were created equal. We all know this graph. We have on one end the polluting regular vehicles that are now dominating. And then we have the hybrids. And then we have the EVs, which are much better sustainable. But then there's City Transformer. City Transformer is not just green. It's greener than green. And it's not just sustainable. It's hyper-sustainable. Let me give you a few facts. So comparing one City Transformer in a city compared to regular EV in a city, you are twice as more, at least twice as more as efficient energy-wise. You are 75% less in weight and in footprint, and 80% less battery. So imagine the big difference of that. What this means is what we can do to detox cities from transportation. And what you should think about is what you can do in order to make environmental justice for the cities. So if you want to do that, if you want to make cities for people, not for cars, if you want cities to be more sustainable and give them the environmental justice, then City Transformer is the right decision and the hyper-sustainable and efficient transportation mode for you. Asaf.
Thank you, Anat. Yes, it can shape-shift to 1 meter and to park like a motorcycle, and this is incredible by itself. Yes, you can drive it like a car, safe and convenient, arrive, park, and outsmart traffic like a motorcycle. And yes, it's beautifully designed to be an urban object of desire. And I'm sure that lots of your audience will do their best to be the first one to have one. And of course, there are quite few small electric cars out there. But don't be mistaken. This is not just a car. Actually, it's not a car. This is an all-new transformer transportation category. This is a transformer category that defines the automotive urban transportation norms. So next time that you think about size category like A-Class, M-Class, or SUV, remember that there is a category, a transformer category, that changes its dimension and the riding experience per your need, per the driver needs. It's so special and unique for so many reasons. I will give my partner Udi to share about it.
So thank you. The main two reasons that the transformer category is a new category that we have designed, the main two advantages are, first of all, our unique ultra-light, ultra-compact chassis and skateboard, which is both electric, smart, and eventually foldable. It's fold and changes its dimension as per you need, and you can design different cabins to mount on. And that's a very important thing because eventually you can design for different segments, different cabin for different users. From ride sharing to last mile solutions, from first responders to B2B shared fleets and eventually to B2C, all are looking to maneuver in a better way inside cities. In this regard, I'm proud to announce that probably in the coming days and in the coming weeks, we'll announce two big corporations. One of them with a big first responders fleet. This first responder fleet understood that that's the best way in order to get and assist people. It's the safest way to maintain both safe and luggage in order to bring equipment into a case of an area. The second one is a shared fleet, a big shared fleet, European one, multimodal one, that will co-design its next generation of mobility upon City Transformer with our vehicle, our unique vehicle. And with this, we get to the second and important City Transformer or Transformer category, which is out-of-the-box, ready-to-share vehicle. When you have out-of-the-box, ready-to-share vehicle, you actually are open to a lot of different applications. Let's just imagine for a minute that you are living in Milan or in Berlin, and you take your smartphone because you know that tomorrow you need to get to an important meeting. You just reach your smartphone, reserve the City Transformer. The day afterwards, you go down the elevator in the morning, pick the City Transformer, open it with your smartphone, get inside, everything is personalized to you. You started the performance mode, and eventually when you get to city center, it autonomously shrinks to a city mode when you can park anywhere, and you probably will be the first one to arrive to the meeting. So that's what we are doing over here, and this creates a whole new segment also for other businesses and other private users that haven't shared vehicles before, like peer-to-peer sharing, like businesses that haven't shared their fleets. When you do this, you can actually create a higher utilization rate in a lot of places, and this increases our environmental impact, which is important for all of us. So in order to summarize this, City Transformer is the great vehicle for shared fleets, for municipalities, for other businesses that would like to decrease their footprint, carbon footprint, and zero emission. And eventually, when you take it in scale, we can detox our cities from the parking spaces that take so much precious space. Asaf.
Thank you, Udi. Now think how our cities will look and feel like when thousands of City Transformers will replace thousands of city cars. What we will do for us and for the city we live in. An extra hour a day to do whatever you like. 10 times more chances to find parking. 75% parking saves, meaning that more green zones instead of parking zone, and of course a huge advantage for commercial centers and residential building. And of course, if you can sit on your sofa or back at the office and order the City Transformer at the 0 mile, get out of the elevator, take it from A to B and park over there. And of course, the impact it will do for logistic fleet in the cities, for first aid responders, for shared fleet, and of course for daily commuters. Now, the future of urban mobility is right around the corner. Our Transformer will pass road admission in Germany by the end of the year. First pilot are planned for 2022 and serial production for 2024. Before we will summarize, okay, I want that all of you will join us to see the City Transformer not just in the city mode, but also we want to reveal it in the performance mode. In a performance mode, you will get another driving experience, an amazing driving experience that Professor Untitled Chapter will elaborate more later. But it's also, you can drive it 90 kilometers per hour according to the regulation. Let's reveal it. Everyone is here. So before we will summarize and Professor Untitled Chapter will give some statement in German, I want to thank you for joining us today. More than that, I urge you to approach our executive, learn more, get exclusive access to media, and of course they will answer any question you might have. I want to say that we designed it to feel safe, and it's also the safest in the category. Professor Yohan, please go ahead. Thank you very much.
Ja,
Shagbirt.
the phone?
Shagbirt.
Okay. Ich mache es in Deutsch für unsere deutschen Gäste. Wir haben uns vor 7 Jahren kennengelernt in Tel Aviv auf einem Mobility Summit. Als das junge Team von City Transformer mit dieser Idee auf mich zukam, habe ich mir gesagt, okay, das ist not just another city car. Das ist eine neue Vision, ein neues Prinzip, was uns in den Städten den Verkehr, den individuellen Verkehr ermöglicht. Aber ich wollte es erreichen, dass dieses Fahrzeug auch außerhalb der City Spaß macht. So, und mit diesem Robot-Chassis haben wir es geschafft, zusammen mit German Engineering, German Design und deutscher Sicherheitstechnologie in jahrelanger Arbeit ein Fahrwerk hinzuzaubern, was uns die Möglichkeit gibt, auf den Landstraßen wie mit einem Go-Kart zu fahren. Es macht richtig Spaß. Und das gehört dazu, weil eine rollende Verzichtserklärung kauft kein Mensch. Wir brauchen Fahrzeuge, die alle Register ziehen in puncto Nachhaltigkeit und Effizienz und Ressourcenschonung. Aber wenn das Ding keinen Spaß macht und kein interessantes Design hat, dann braucht es kein Mensch. 2 andere Dinge haben mich bewegt, und zwar einmal das Thema, wie können wir die individuelle Mobilität in der Stadt erhalten? Mit unseren heutigen Fahrzeugen, die wir dort sehen, die immer größer geworden sind, werden wir das nicht schaffen. Es bleibt zu wenig Platz für die Menschen. Und mit diesem Fahrzeug, und wir wissen, dass immer mehr Städte die Geschwindigkeit auf 30 Kilometer begrenzen. Deswegen haben wir dieses Fahrzeug bis 30 Kilometer sicher mit der schmalen Spur realisieren können. Das heißt, wir können auf einer normalen Fahrspur mit 2 City-Transformern nebeneinander fahren oder uns begegnen. Das heißt, mein Traum wäre, wir hätten eine City-Transformer-Lane und könnten dann wirklich doppelt so viele Menschen transportieren, individuell per Carsharing und so weiter. Ein weiteres Thema, was mir auch Sorgen macht, ist die Aufheizung der Städte. Wir haben durch unsere aerodynamischen Fahrzeuge mit unheimlich viel Glas, mit unheimlich viel Größe ganz klar nachgewiesen, dass unsere Städte aufheizen durch parkende Autos. In der Stadt uns bewegen, können wir die Aufheizung, den Wirkungsgrad der Aufheizung in den Städten etwa um 70% reduzieren. So, und das sind einfach nochmal Argumente, die mich bewogen haben, weil ich bin neulich gefragt worden von einem früheren Kollegen, sag mal, du hast doch den Smart gemacht, warum machst du jetzt nochmal so ein Citycar? Das Ding ist wirklich die Revolution für die nächste Generation von Citycars und dem gesamten System der individuellen Mobilität. Vielen Dank fürs Zuhören.
I want to say a few other words, something else for your audience. We are pre-launching a pre-order campaign, meaning that your audience can make sure that they will be the first one to get one with a special discount, and also to be the first to drive it in the streets, because most of the cars, the City Transformer cars, the first one will go to logistic fleets, to shared fleets, and to first aid responders fleets. So if you want to be also the first one to drive them, while me, Yohan, Udi, Anat, and the rest of the team driving them in these cities, go ahead and pre-order one. Enjoy. We are here to answer any question you might have, and to give you exclusive access to more media materials. Thank you very much. Thank you all back home. אם אתם עדיין שם, we love you.
Ich habe Attacke von beiden.